Hello, Dr. Waseem, Pediatric Series, Colic number 3. So the mother asks, if you're allowing only 30 minutes, how much should a baby drink? I tell them there is no minimum and no maximum, meaning the baby can drink as little as 10 mils to as much as 500 mils. The beauty of the breastfeeding is it is blind. If nature intended us to know how much a baby drinks from a breast, there would have been kettle-like meters on the breast. Since there is no such meter, that means we don't need to know how much a baby drank in each individual feed. The baby will regulate it and the breast will regulate it, and at the end of a month they both will know each other and produce and consume accordingly. This is a beautiful system which should be allowed to develop rather than following Google or the volumes written on formula cans or asking doctors and midwives how much a 1-month-old baby should drink, a 2-month-old baby should drink. Don't fall into that discussion. Your job is to be available to the baby for 30, maximum 35 minutes. The baby dozes off within 30 seconds, within 1 minute, within 2 minutes. The baby drinks only for 10 minutes, guzzles milk very fast and is not interested anymore after 15 minutes. All this is baby's decision. The baby has 35 minutes. Drink vigorously or slowly, it doesn't matter. And if a baby finishes very rapidly a bottle of 90 mils, make another 90 mils, make another 90 mils. But those bottles should be ready and warm to the body temperature, and no time should be wasted so that the 35 minutes limit is not crossed. You cannot say that the baby finished 100 mils and I was making another bottle that took me 10 minutes and then the baby is allowed another 30 minutes after that. That breaks the rule. The rule is 30 minutes and no more sucking after that. After 30 minutes, in the next 3 hours of fasting, I name it fasting, that's extremely important for the mother to rest and to recuperate and to nourish and to sleep and have full energy. If the mother is energetic and healthy, the baby will benefit. Some babies will finish within 10 minutes. For example, a feed began at 12 o'clock and the baby will not suck or not even hold on to the breast after 10 minutes. So that means the last suck was at 12:10. That means the next feed is allowed at 3:10. If the baby stops at 12:20, the next feed is 3:20. If the baby stops at 12:30 or 12:35, the next feed is accordingly 3 hours later. The volume we are not interested in. If, for example, you are feeding express breast milk through a bottle and you have warmed up 90 or 120 mils of milk and you're offering that to a baby, whatever the baby leaves behind, don't look at the number on the scale. There is no meter on the breast. We are not interested in the numbers. Happily throw the rest after 30-35 minutes into the sink. Don't keep it for the next feed. Let it go waste, because in my books, a milk is stale after 30-35 minutes. Imagine breast milk comes out of the breast. Every milliliter comes out warm, fresh, and new. Bottle milk, whether it's express milk or breast milk, every minute that goes by, it's becoming stale and colder. I do not believe in room temperature milk feeding. I believe in the body temperature. As the breast milk comes out the body on body temperature, so each bottle should be warm to body temperature. It should not be scalding hot, but it should be nice and lukewarm to the wrist. We cannot maintain that temperature throughout the 35 minutes or 30 minutes. That's not our fault. So the baby can drink from 10 mils to 500 mils. And in between, some babies vomit, some babies do projectile vomits. That's entirely up to the baby. We will be looking at the hydration status and weight gain of the baby. If the baby is managing to pass urine, despite vomiting 3 times during those 30 minutes and 1 or 2 or 3 times in between the gap of the 3 hours, it does not matter provided the baby has excellent urine output. The rule for urine output is there should be minimum 3 very wet nappies with good urine volume, and the way you know is by comparing an empty diaper with a full diaper. At least 3 times in 24 hours there should be a nice soaked one, which gives you the satisfaction that baby has enough volume staying in the body to produce that urine. That means not all of it is coming out, as most mothers and caregivers think, that the baby vomits such a projectile vomit that the whole milk came out. No, that's not the case. It looks like that, but it's not the case. So let the baby have the freedom. Vomiting is a natural thing, and if a baby wants to get rid of something with a burp or without a burp, that's up to the baby. but the volume is 10 mils to 500 mils. Stay tuned for the next clip.